check this out. I'm not using any runes. Dodge, attack, and dead. This is the dodge attack build. As you can see, this is an incredibly fast-paced build with high mobility, and it does a decent amount of damage considering I'm only using normal attacks. Before I show the gear and stats, I want to thank all of you for the comments you've left on my videos, both the good and the critical ones. I can see how passionate many of you are about this game, and I truly believe we all want it to succeed. I've also made another wishlist video that includes many of your suggestions, along with some of my own from previous videos. Even if you're not interested in the ideas I discussed there, you might still want to check it out. It features a full Crucible run using this exact build, without using any echoes. I'll leave a link in the video description for anyone interested. Now, let's get into the build. Some weapons have different animations depending on how you attack. Certain ones trigger combos after a sprint, others have charge attacks, and some don't. For this build, we are using weapons that gain unique animations when you attack right after dodging. This build takes advantage of that mechanic and enhances it further, using dodge-based enchantment effects. Just watch how fast the weapon strikes when you dodge and immediately follow up with an attack. The weapon we're using for this build is the one-handed mace, the last word. We won't be using any runes with this build, not even damage surge, since most of the penalties we'll incur are related to focus, like increased focus cost and similar drawbacks. I've added a physical damage increase gem to the weapon for extra damage. The entire build revolves around the dodging mechanic, so I believe the damage gem is a better fit than lifesteal. However, if you're not confident in dodging every attack, you can swap out the Ring of Broken Promises for a lifesteal ring instead. As for the effects, we're using ones that boost damage based on durability, increase healing, reduce item weight and stamina cost. The mace's animation after a dodge roll is a gap-closing swing, and you can follow it up with 2 quick attacks right after dodging. If you try to spam a third attack, it transitions into a slower animation that leaves you locked in place longer. So the basic combo is dodge, attack twice, then dodge again, and repeat. There are other similar weapons that behave the same way. For example, another faith-based weapon is the one-handed sword Spirit Edge, which comes with cold infusion already built in. So if you want an elemental build that also takes advantage of the dodge mechanic, that's another excellent weapon to consider. For the offhand, we're using a bow with a gem that reduces dodge stamina cost. As for the effects, we've got deal damage on dodge, gain health on dodge, item weight decreased, and stamina recovery. Now onto the armor. We're going with cloth gear to keep the weight low and allow for more nimble movement. On the helmet, we've added a gem that reduces stamina cost. The effects include damage taken decreased, healing increased, item weight decreased, and stamina recovery. The body armor also has a stamina cost reduction gem. This is a dodge-focused build, but if you're like me and tend to make mistakes or get hit occasionally, having damage taken decreased and healing increased helps with survivability. And when you do get hit, deal damage on damage taken gives you some payback. Other effects here are item weight decreased and stamina recovery. For the gloves, we've added another stamina cost reduction gem. The effects include damage taken decreased, gain health on kill, physical damage increased, and stamina recovery. On the pants, we've got another stamina cost reduction gem, along with deal damage on dodge, gain health on dodge, and indestructible, which you can replace with something else. Finally, we have stamina cost decreased at low focus. Since this build has several penalties that reduce focus, this effect will be active almost all the time. For the rings, we're using the Crow Ring for more stamina, essential for all the constant dodging and attacking, then the Jade Ring, which gives you even more stamina every time you deal damage. And for the final ring, you can choose between the Plagued Ring for some lifesteal, or, if you're confident in your dodging skills, go with the Ring of Broken Promises, which increases your damage but also increases the damage you take. As for stats, we've got 45 points in health so you can tank a few hits, 56 in faith to use the weapon and scale its damage, and 16 in equip load to stay in the fast weight class. For food, I recommend the sirloin platter to boost health and the shepherd's pie to increase damage. And that's it, the dodge attack build. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to see a full Crucible run using this exact setup, click the first video link in the description. If you liked this video, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.